Howdy, strangers. It's Sunday. Um, I've already forgotten what day it was. The 14th of July. Yeah, the 14th of July. Um, Thank y'all for all of your happy birthday wishes. I definitely appreciated it last week. I am feeling so much better. Not at peak, but last week I was at like 5% mental efficiency, and now I'm somewhere between 30 and 40. So a great improvement. Yesterday I was actually at like 70, but I had a mild panic attack, and that sort of brought me down a little bit. But I have some updates for y'all. Um, First and foremost, I am trying to put together a whole stand-up comedy thing for one of my videos. I'm just in the beginning stages of it. So I already made like a video, or I recorded myself doing some stuff, and I was going to do that for today's video, but there was some stuff in there that I didn't feel as though it fit, and instead of cutting that part out, which would have messed up the flow of the video, I'm just doing a simple little update thing on this. So I do want to bring up that it is going to start off with some relationship stuff, going into some things that were kind of brutal at the time, but now I look at them and just laugh. And so, yeah. But I wanted to tell you guys some updates on some things. I've been doing a lot of gaming lately. I'm actually doing plenty of streaming. My wife and I usually just get some alcohol and play something on our PlayStation, and I stream it on Twitch. I plan on doing some tonight if I can find the charge cable for my PS4 controller, because one of the pieces for the charging dock has vanished for some reason. Hopefully, I find it soon. But I'm going to try to do more on Danganronpa 2. But I also want to talk to you guys about video game design, because that's something I've been just studying via YouTube videos and blog posts for, well, 5 or 6 years now. And I'm no master of game design, but there are some ideas that I want to start working on within the next few years. I currently don't have any way to do it, but I wanted to see if y'all were interested in something like that. Just some good fashion design things. If you wanted to hear what my ideas were, so that if anyone did want to turn these into a full idea, I will give them full creative liberty on that. But I just want to hear if you guys just want to hear about some of the ideas that I've had, because of course I always have creative ideas. There are at least a dozen ideas popping in my head at any one time. But I also want to tell you guys, or to give you guys some really good book recommendations as well. So to start off, for video game recommendations, for anyone who has a PlayStation 4, I currently suggest the Danganronpa trilogy, because they recently released 3 of the Danganronpa games in a pack for the PS4. They may have it on PC as well, but you can get each game on the PC easily, whereas this is the only way to get it on PS4. I also suggest all the Kingdom Hearts games, because you can play all of them on PS4 now, because they have some decent collections. It might cost a pretty penny to get all of them, because you'll have to get like 3 games, like 3 physical games. So it'll cost somewhere between 100 to 130. Possibly less if you can find some good deals. But those are some games that I suggest. Oh, also Nier Automata. Try and get the Game of the Yorha edition, brand new. It typically costs $40, but it is a fantastic game. I'm currently going through it. I've done some drunk gaming on it. And actually, if you want to check me out, I typically stream at twitch.com/DuskNF. So DuskEnEth. And I'm not going to get into why I named it that. Anyone who knows me IRL knows what that means, but it's not something I'm really comfortable with coming out with right now. But those are some of the strongest PS4 games that I've played recently. They're recent games. You can also play Tales of Berseria, Tales of Vesperia. That's actually a definitive edition on the PS4. It was from the previous generation, but now you can play it on Switch or PS4. And speaking of Switch, I have a lot more suggestions for the Switch. But let me finish off the PS4 by saying if you have the chance, get the PlayStation VR. I currently have it. I have everything that came with it. I don't have the PlayStation Move because that didn't come with it. The pack that I got was the Five Nights at Freddy's and Trover Saves the Universe. That bundle. But those are some great games. That also comes since you get the PSVR, you get the Playroom VR, and the normal Playroom because it comes with the PlayStation camera. It also gives you a demo disc for some other games, so if you have the chance, get Super Hot VR because yes, oh my goodness, such a fun game, such a fun game. And that's all I want to suggest on the PlayStation 4. For the Xbox One, I'm not a huge Xbox fan, but there are still some solid games for it. If you like those kinds of games, if you prefer really mature games, then, Halo's not terrible. Gears of War is fun if you like the machos thing. I'm not totally into that. I prefer my characters a bit more, relatable. Which is one of the reasons why I like Link so much, because he always strives to be the best that he can. But that's a Nintendo. If you're really desperate, well, Doom is still a great game. Like Doom 2016, they're also coming out with another Doom, but you can get those on PS4 as well. And you can even get Doom on the Switch. But now let's bring up the Switch, because there are a lot of games on there that I think you'll enjoy. Start off, Mario's on there, Zelda's on there. If it says Mario and Zelda and it's not tennis, get it. Mario Party is great. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a great tactics game. Mario Odyssey is a wonderful 3D platformer. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is great, as well as a spin-off game called Cadence of Hyrule, which, seriously, it's a rhythm game based on The Legend of Zelda. It's actually sort of like a sequel to Dance of the Necromancer, which is already a great indie game. But there's plenty of other indie games on the Switch as well. You got Cave Story, The Binding of Isaac, you have Undertale. I actually have the collector's edition of Undertale, which is a fantastic game. But you can also get Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, as well as a few other games that were for the Wii U, such as... Oh, I got a hug. Such as, the sequel to Mario Maker, because you can't get the original Mario Maker, but that game's fantastic. You can also get ARMS, Splatoon 2. Oh, let's see. Starlink Battle for Atlas is a great Toys to Life game, but if you don't have it already, you may just want to go for the digital edition because it's really hard to find the toys for it. Unless you are willing to pay much more than needed. But there's my basic guide to a lot of games. Now, put some of your favorite games down below. My favorite game of all time is still Majora's Mask. Hey, I don't want to kiss him. Come here. Let me kiss your cheek. Boogie. Mwah. Thank you.
Look at this.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think Boogie really wants to hang out with me for a bit, so I'm going to give her some attention. Anyway, I'll see y'all in your videos this week. DFTBA, everyone, and bye-bye.